Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I did film a formal intro for this with this video, but I think my camera ate that footage and I can no longer find it. So here's like a little replacement intro. But for this video, I will be wear testing the Be Matte foundation from City Color Cosmetics. I did receive these items in PR, but like I didn't have to make a video or anything on it. So this will like legitimately be my honest opinion. So let's cut to the actual video. So for your reference, I am combination skin, so I'm oily in my T-zone and kind of like normal on my cheeks. So sometimes foundations will grab onto weird parts of my skin or like break up and sit weird. So let's just give this a try. So it comes in a standard pump bottle, which I absolutely love. I do not like pouring out my foundations. I just don't think that's quite as sanitary. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop some of this. Yeah, see, that one is too light. And I think that one might be too dark. So we're just gonna give that a shot. And I am just using kind of like my normal way of putting on foundation, which is just with a beauty sponge. Oh my gosh. This is like pretty good coverage. So I'm just like kind of doing what I normally do, just pouncing this into my skin. So first impressions, this spreads really well and a little bit goes a long way, so I probably did not need that much foundation, let's be honest. But here we go, we're gonna test its full coverage claim. Okay, so I've just finished pouncing this on my skin. I have not set it or anything yet or even put concealer on, and it is so smooth. What? So be careful how much you guys put on, because like in here in my nose crease, it was starting to get just a little bit cakey because I like put on way too much. So I went in with like the other side of my beauty blender and just like tried to spread it out and absorb that a little bit. But otherwise, it is actually very full coverage. I feel like, you know, it's making my skin look very smooth. It's sitting really well and comfortable on my skin. It doesn't feel heavy at all. So I'm very excited to be wearing this throughout the day, I hope. So let me finish the rest of my face. I will be right back. Okay, so I just really quickly finished the rest of my face. It is just real simple today because, like I said, I'm leaving for the airport like right after this. So I actually cannot get over how well other powders blended into that foundation. So I basically, what I usually do is I set my whole face with setting powder, just a light dusting, and then I go ahead and use powder, contour, and blush. And the finish is like flawless. So I wouldn't say it's like a totally matte foundation. I feel like it is sort of more on like the like natural matte side. So it's not super matte, which I love. I do not love super matte foundations, and I'm very impressed. However, I feel like it is oxidizing just a hair. It has gotten a little bit darker since I put it on, so hopefully nobody will notice throughout the day. But I'm not bringing the foundations with me on my trip, which means if I do need to reapply later, it just isn't happening. So I will check in throughout the day and impressed so far. Okay, so it's been 3 hours. I'm at the airport right now, just waiting for my flight, and foundation, it still looks great. I feel like the color mismatch is not terrible. I don't know, maybe I'll just zip on my jacket, but it still looks really good. It's not breaking up or anything yet, so still feels super lightweight. Okay, checking in again. It's been about 7 hours and it still looks really flawless, and I am actually really mad at myself for not packing this with me on this trip. I was just so afraid it wasn't gonna work out, but I love how it works. I haven't powdered or anything, and the sun's really bright, so that's why I'm a little bit shiny, but it hasn't like broken out at all yet, and it hasn't moved. It just looks so smooth and good still. Okay, so here's my end of day check-in. It has been 13 to 14 hours since I put this foundation on. I'm like in a sports bra because I just played like a half hour of Just Dance, and it still looks really good. And this legitimately might be like my favorite formula now. Like, this legitimately might be my new holy grail, as long as I can figure out like this color mismatch situation. But every time I look at it, it doesn't look that bad. So maybe this color, like this mixture, is fine, but I am just so impressed by this. So it did start to show a little bit of dry patching and then like a little bit of cakiness right here in the creases, but literally, you guys, it's been 13 hours. I have not touched up with powder or foundation or anything, and I have been like kind of sweating And overall, like I said, I think it's gonna be my new holy grail. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this full day wear test. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!